I'm full. I am full. I'm uncomfortably full.
I'm dead.
I'm uncomfortably full. I feel like my stomach is going to explode at any moment.
I feel like I think that drugs.
would be sweet, release.
Yeah.
I always forget words on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet release.
Like release.
Like release is. I even had trouble.
We're
it's
really
a tricky
digging
one.
deep into the vocab.
It's a real tricky one. Well, people need to know what I know.
Yeah.
People need to know my education. They need to understand that I've read a couple books.
How many people do you think have died from?
Go on.
I mean,
in the world have died in general.
Many people have died of obesity, but how many people have died from eating too much food in one single sitting?
Ooh, that's a really good question. And that isn't related to any other health condition. Like it wasn't exasperated by obese? Diabetes or something, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, like it's more like a like a competitive eater.
Could this person
it's a skinny Asian person?
Okay.
And they like busted the lining of their stomach.
Yeah, no, that sounds right. I could see that. They pushed it to its limits. I feel like our body is set to have an air. I want to tell you right now, I don't think I've ever heard a podcast where I've heard someone burp into the mic and thought, I liked that. Yeah. I want more of that.
That's good.
But that's just me. Back to the dying in the food.
Buy our Patreon.
Back to the dying in the food thing. I would be interested because I think our body has an immediate defense mechanism. Yeah. That is like, you're getting to the limit, we're going to make you vomit. That I would assume that would be, it'd be hard to do because there'd be a natural, reaction of let's get all this out because it was too much.
Mm-hmm. I'm feeling that way now, honestly.
Yeah, I bet you are.
I could really go for a couple of
little pukies.
Just some. I could really do a little aborting right now.
Yeah.
Food abortion.
Sure, food abortion. Classic. Thank God
that's not illegal anymore.
People don't talk about food abortions enough. I think that we need to get the word out about food abortions.
Yeah.
Which is about getting the food out. This is nothing about babies.
Yeah.
We're not taking a stance on that. Even though I did take a stance on that.
When I was in marching band.
Yeah.
I remember this kid, Kenny.
Oh,
Kenny. Kenny was funny because he was in marching band with like all of like the nerdy autistic children, but he still sounded like a redneck. So
interesting.
He'd be like, Mr. Anderson, I tell you, I just don't know what to do with this here mellophone. And he was actually pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Funnily enough. But I remember one time we were marching in the summertime and he wasn't feeling well. And he's like, Mr. Anderson, I don't feel good. And this fucking neo-Nazi motherfucker.
Oh, damn.
Fat. He's also fat too.
Sure.
Mr. Anderson is fat and probably has a small penis. I wouldn't know.
Obviously.
He tried to molest me.
What?
I'm kidding.
You can't just be saying that. You cannot say that.
He was like, what's wrong, Kenny? He's like, my stomach hurts. I think and he's probably getting heat exhaustion, but he's like, I think I just ate too much. And Sanders like, well, go behind the bush and make yourself throw up.
Oh my God.
He's like, oh, okay. And so he did. He went right behind the bush, which was like behind the drum major. So no one could see it, but like you could hear
it. No, Kenny.
But it sounded more like a redneck. It was like,
you know how rednecks vomit. You know.
Yeah, and then he did it, and he went right back on the field. He kept marching.
Oh my gosh, I could just see Kenny going back home, talking to his mom about it, and he's like, I didn't feel good, but it's okay. I was forced to vomit in class, and I'm better. I was forced to abort my food, and then I was okay afterwards.
Yeah.
My redneck voice is not as good as your redneck voice.
Well,
it's not good at all.
That's some Cleveland rednecks.
That's some Cleveland, yeah. My redneck sounds kind of like this.
I'm schwitzing right now, y'all.
I'm schwitzing.
Where can I get a good bagel at?
I'm downright verklempt.
Y'all feeling that lake effect?
Oh man, everyone's kvetching everywhere, aren't they?
My boss did a Harry Carey impression today, and it took every bit of energy or willpower to not do my obviously better Harry Carey impression.
Of course.
Are
you going to do it for us right now?
No, it's hack. I can't.
I think you should do it.
Huh?
I think you should give us a little taste. Never mind.
It's a simple question, man. If the moon was made of ribs, would you eat it? Hell, I know I would. Then I'd wash it down with a cool Budweiser. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm glad that you carried on with it. I think you should do it the entire show. Hi. No, I was kidding. Nope.
Have you seen any Chuck Norris movies?
I've made a mistake.
Hell, I love that Delta Force. I tell you, I think if we had sent him to Vietnam, we'd have won. I tell you.
That's great. That's great.
Do you think Chuck Norris
was
he in the army? No, you think he was in the army? He probably wasn't even in the army.
I would
for doing all those military movies.
I don't think so. I mean, he was too busy doing
karate
with Bruce Lee back in the day.
Yeah,
he was already doing stuff. Why would he get in the military? Well, he could have been. Let's see, that was in the 60s, so he could have been drafted. Adam, stop burping into the mic. It is not a desirable sound to hear when you are listening to an audio format.
I ate a whole calzone and then half of a serving of bread pudding.
It was a lot. And I don't know if anyone else has this, but I cannot, not only do I eat more than I should, which I think a lot of people do. And I think a lot of people have this issue as well that I'm about to say, is that when you have a little left, you got a little bit left and you're full, there's just something about I cannot leave 2 or 3. I can't just leave it. It's just, I'm almost done. I have to eat the rest, right?
You can't do it. Yeah,
you can't even if that one bite is going to put me over the edge, I'm looking at it. And I'm like, I got a little bit of room. I'm going to stuff it down. I'm going to eat it.
In your face.
In my face hole.
Yeah. You don't even chew it.
No. God, no. Oh, you swallow that thing down.
Yeah. Whole.
That's right. Well, because if I chew it, then I might, who knows, I might vomit. I might be thinking about how I'm eating too much food. Just get it in there. No waste.
Well, I think that if you don't chew it, it takes longer to digest.
Oh, is that?
So it stays with you longer.
Oh, it's like a little treasure.
Belly. Yeah.
And I'm a sentimental gal.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good to know.
Yeah.
That little bit of bread pudding is sitting right in there for possibly weeks to come.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bread pudding is really good. I'm a big fan.
So good.
I feel like we used to, when I worked at Taylor's Dairy Bar, we would save the heels of all of our loaves, and then when the bag of heels was full, we'd use it to make bread pudding.
I love that.
Isn't that a great idea?
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
We should start doing that.
I don't know if we would go through that many. I'm sorry. I'm saying this and Adam is looking at me and he's just mad. I haven't even stated my case yet.
I'm not mad.
And you are making a face that when we are done with this podcast, I'm going to be on a true crime podcast.
Yeah. Who's got a face?
Because I'll be murdered. I just don't think we eat that much bread to be saving
we could
up
freeze
all
it.
That. I guess. Yeah, okay.
Freeze the heels.
Why not? Sure.
And
I'm
then
sorry. We'll do it.
Now, here's the beauty of it. We'll make keto bread pudding.
Ooh,
because we buy the keto bread.
And we'll put real sugar in it.
Well, still keto.
Still keto.
Quote unquote, still keto.
Still keto, actually.
Hey, babe.
Hey.
What's up?
Oh, are we starting the highs?
We're introducing the show.
Hello. Welcome. Well, we had things to say, and I'm not going to apologize for that.
Yeah.
I'll never apologize for that. Yeah.
I think this week.
Lot to get into.
I mean, bread pudding.
We're
calzones.
I'm sure people are just holding on by the edge of their seat. Is that the phrase? I can't remember.
I think they're hanging by the edge of because the idea is they are so engaged.
You're right.
They're not, the only thing that is on the chair is the edge of like their little butt cheeks.
Oh, right, the little cheekies.
Like the end, like the
little
what's
edge
the opposite
of the butt
of a crater? The peak
pimples.
Of their butt cheeks. They're just perched.
The peaks of the cheeks are perched.
The peaks of the
The peaks of the cheeks are perched. And that is what it's always going to be.
Yeah.
When I say I'm excited, it's going to be the peaks of the cheeks are perched.
Yeah. That sounds like a new
perfect.
That's like a vocal exercise. The peaks of the cheeks are perched.
The peaks of the cheeks are perched. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. I love that. I don't even know what we're talking about. That's amazing.
It's okay.
That's it.
That's well, let's talk about your fried rice thing.
My fried rice thing?
Yeah, with the autism.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And
what?
The TikTok
fried rice. I'm sorry. What are you talking about?
She said fried rice. About sharing.
Oh, in the specific. Okay, yeah. All right. That is a weird way.
Fried rice, autism,
fried rice
caring,
thing
sharing.
Is not a good way to notify me of what you're talking about because that is not the main part of that point. Okay.
That's what I heard. I just wrote Allison's thing about fried rice on the show.
There's about fried rice. So we've talked about Love on the Spectrum on the pod before, and I am passionate about disability rights. I am big on advocating for people with disabilities. I myself am not disabled, so all I can do is do my best to elevate and advocate for voices and help the society that we live in to be a more, a more friendly, less ableist place to live. Anyways, so all that being said, Love on the Spectrum, there was a character named Abby on there who's autistic, and she...
Oh, was it her?
It was her.
Oh.
Yes. So Adam
now I'm invested emotionally.
So lovely. Yeah. And there's this clip that I saw because, we be on TikTok, as everyone is, and there's a clip that her mom, she's filming her and they're having Chinese food, and she's like, "Oh, what you got there?" And she told her what the food is. I think it's some kind of fried rice. And she said, "Ooh, can I have some?" And then Abby, like the queen she is like, "I don't think so. You have yours," to say like, "Oh, I'm good." Which she was being very polite. Nope, I don't think so. And then the mom is like, "Why can't I have any?" And then Abby is like, I don't, clearly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then the mom goes like, "Sharing is caring."
Wow.
Which now Abby is like, I don't, clearly uncomfortable. And then later, I think she said, "You can have some of this," to try to, I think at that point she feels like she needs to compromise and give her mom something. And I'm watching this.
But it's not the fried rice.
I don't remember what it is. This is the least important part of the story.
Rangoon?
Oh, is that a game changer for you? The type of food?
Soup. If it's egg drop soup, slap in the face.
Slap in the face. Well, egg drop soup is a sharing item. Usually, if it's like a bigger thing, right? You all have a little bit.
Right, but egg drop soup is a very it's cheap. It's low grade. It's
you're focusing on...
It's not like an entree like fried rice is.
All right. So I think they were missing...
So it'd be like a...
Where's the point? Oh, is it gone, or can we find the point? Yeah, we're missing it. We found it. I got it. Let's bring it back.
I just need the nuance.
I think it's fried rice. Okay. The whole point of that is, and I've seen this in other videos, and this goes to the wider, issue, is that somebody who is autistic, this autistic young lady, spoke about this video and is saying her frustration because she commented on the video being like, "Yo," she set a boundary, and the mom was like, "It's fine." And she was saying how her frustration is with this situation, and I've seen this with people, who we'll say specifically like people like parents who have autistic children, but in general, parents who have children with disabilities, they have this idea that because my child has a disability, I am now the person who knows everything, and I'm the advocate of their disability, and anyone else who gets to say that they share in their disability, like this young lady who says, "Hey, other people with autism who are autistic, who see this and are saying, yo, she's uncomfortable or she's feeling this way. The mom is like, nope, whatever. This is my kid. Who cares? Mm-hmm. Without actually listening to, the fact that maybe she is missing something. Right. Because it's okay to mess up. That's not the issue here. Mm-hmm. It's that she's dismissing these other voices.
Digging her heels in.
Right. And this is the thing that I see with, not just parents, but family members of people with disabilities who think that they are the authority, even though they don't have the disability, because somebody immediately close to them has a disability. Mm-hmm. If you are not willing to have the discussion, you can say what you need to say. But my issue is that there are family members who, when they're approached by somebody else with a disability saying, ooh, what about this thing? This could be it. Talking to somebody else who has the disability of their family member or something similar. And they're like, nah, I'm not going to listen to you. Because I'm the expert, because I have one family member,
Yeah, I do.
And that's my problem. Mm-hmm. That is my problem with it.
Wish I just had a laugh track. Just go, ha, ha, ha.
Don't do that. Now I'm offended. Now I'm insulted. I don't need it. You need the laughs. I don't. I'll be fine in silence. Thank you. I'll laugh to myself. I'll laugh internally. I don't need it.
Yeah, I do think it's just because she's like, well, I'm not autistic, so I know better.
Yes, 100%. Mm-hmm. She thinks, I'm not autistic, so I know better. And you can't tell me because this is my child. And it's not even just that. She was also talking about other...
Isn't this person like 36 now or something?
No, she's mid-20s, but she's an adult, right?
She's an adult.
And the other thing I see a lot, and which upsets me, and you saw this when we went to that...
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to name drop what nonprofit this was. We went to a fundraising event. And the thing that people like to do with people with disabilities and just neurodivergent maybe in general.
Parade.
Specifically, it's this parade. It's that, you're almost like an adult.
Yeah.
And that's what she does too. Oh, she's having wine like a grown up. She's 25.
Yeah.
She can have wine. Mm-hmm. If she knows she likes wine, she can have wine. There is this infantilizing of people with disabilities. And that is that bothers me.
Yeah.
Well, you're almost like, no, they can make their, we could have discussions about maybe making the best decisions and having support, but don't make them feel like a child. If they say, I'm going to have wine and I speak differently than you. And, just because of it's just this dismissal of somebody's individuality and personhood.
Yeah. It's kind of like, what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, those situations where like you're like, say you're a child, right? And your parent is like, okay, give this stranger a hug, and it's like, you don't want to, and they're like, nope, you got to give him a hug. That's because that's the right thing to do, is to show affection regardless of what you yourself as an individual want.
Right.
It's about, it's a crossing of boundaries.
Exactly.
It's like, if she doesn't want to give you any of her food,
she's allowed not to.
She's allowed not to.
And you don't have to make her feel weird about not wanting to give it to you. And now you put her in an uncomfortable situation where now she's thinking, is this wrong of me? Now, should I not be? Right. Because a lot of, that I've seen in people with like disabilities or, we could say, again, specifically autisms, but there's this, there's behavioral therapy, which can be helpful in a lot of ways, but a lot of it is how do you act, like neurotypical. We're going to teach you how to act like everyone else so you can comfortably fit in society when things that they're doing, if they're not hurting anyone, like, enjoying things that aren't necessarily their age. That's a goal for a lot of people who have behavior plans, is liking more age appropriate things. Why can't I watch Elmo's World if I like Elmo's World? Okay.
I still watch Transformers every day.
I know you do. And you know what?
I have a job.
Hey, you know what? That's okay.
Yeah.
Hey, look at me. Hey, that's okay. Why are you crying? Hey.
Can I just do it?
Hey.
Can I do it?
Hey. That's okay.
I'm going to do it.
Okay.
I did it.
Oh, that was great.
Oh,
you're growing.
Oh,
you're growing.
Accepting myself.
People can like things. That's all I'm saying is that I think it's kind of messed up that we are forcing people to acclimate in a world that doesn't accept them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here, figure this out, function in this world, and we're still not going to like you, though. It's still not enough because you're still not going to be exactly the way you want to be.
Yeah, and I tell you, the other problem with sharing is caring is like that's something you say to like a 4-year-old.
Exactly.
Doesn't actually even know what the concept of sharing is.
Yes.
Even.
Yes.
Where they're really being extremely selfish.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, I have a toy that I like, and I'm hanging out with this poor kid, and he doesn't have any toys, but fuck him. It's my toy.
Is this about you?
No. Oh my God, no.
Okay, you're crying still, so I wasn't sure.
Did I ever tell you about the time my cousin took me to Walmart to buy a birthday present for me, and he got me a video game, and then by sheer happenstance, my mom was also at Walmart. I was with my aunt, my cousin.
Oh, okay.
And I saw my mom was there. And I was like, "Oh, cool. Well, I'm gonna skip out. I'm gonna go with mom so I can play my video game you just bought me." And they're like, "You don't want to play the game with your cousin who just bought this for you?" I'm like, "No, I'm good.
Nah,
I'm gonna go home and play it by myself." And
damn.
I'm sure mom bought me an 8-piece fried chicken from the deli, so
you knew what you were getting.
I'm gonna eat that and some Doritos. And play Spyro. So.
This is a better scenario over here.
Yeah.
It's a sweeter deal.
It's a sweeter deal.
Sorry about it.
Your aunt's not getting me fried chicken.
Yes.
She's going to cook some shit because she can cook, first of all.
Oh.
And, speaking of which, oh man, did I make good meatloaf last night?
Oh, speaking of good cooking.
Wasn't that great?
It was really good. I have to say, so I have tried to make meatloaf on several attempts, and I'm a pretty good cook. I think I do pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And meatloaf, you would think you just push it all together, you stuff it in there, and you throw it in the oven, and it should be good to go.
You'd think.
And every single time, it wouldn't stay together. It'd be a little pink in the middle, like it wasn't. It just wasn't what it needed to be. It didn't taste bad. It just wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't cooked all the way, and then it wasn't. It was falling apart. What's that called? It wasn't molded together. Wasn't solid, but that's not solidified. It wasn't solidified.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
That's what I was looking for. We get it. So Adam came in like a hero.
Crack the code.
Like a hero. He came in. He was riding on this white horse.
Yeah.
In one hand a sword, in the other hand a meatloaf.
Yeah. Also, horse's name, incidentally, was Meatloaf.
Was also Meatloaf.
Mm-hmm.
And also the singer Meatloaf was a little angel in the heavens above him. It was kind of a wild thing.
Yeah.
But we did have drugs before then, so that's probably what it was. But he put down the meatloaf, and it was delicious. It was the perfect consistency.
Threw it down. I said,
yeah, honestly,
meatloaf.
It was a little scary.
Yeah.
A little too aggressive when you threw it down. You broke the plate.
Mm-hmm.
But then we got another plate.
Yeah.
And then he put it on the new plate, and I ate it, and it was very good.
Yep. And then I smashed that plate too.
Yeah, and we are running out of plates at this rate.
Mm-hmm.
You can't.
They
just
were
be
your
breaking
grandmother's plates.
Yeah, and I don't want to bring it on the pod because I'll get upset again.
They were antique.
yeah, we're joking about it, but yeah, I was upset. Yeah, I was upset about it.
Anyway, the key to a good binding agent is the milk.
Yes.
Okay, it's the milk and the egg and obviously the breadcrumbs. And, here's the thing. I'm now a sheet man. Most people assume you got to put it in a loaf pan, right? It's like, well, the loaf creates the shape. Bullshit. Put it on a baking sheet. Form the loaf yourself. Okay?
Form the loaf yourself,
it's
people.
Give you more control over the surface area of your meat loaf. It's going to cook more evenly. Okay?
More control over your life also.
Yep. Save the meatloaf, save your life. Heroes season 6 coming soon.
I bet you're on the peak of your perch and your butt.
Did you ever watch that show, Heroes?
Yes, I did. I did. I watched the first season and I was like, this is a masterpiece. This show is beautiful.
Yeah.
I am entranced. Milo Ventimiglia is super cute. I'm super into it. He was the hot one.
Oh, I thought that
he was the one who
Hayden
thought he was a
Panettiere.
super. Yeah, they were together for a minute.
Oh.
He was the one who thought he was a superhero when he kept trying to fly.
Yeah.
He like jumped off, and his brother was like, and his brother could fly at that time.
Oh, I see.
You remember in the beginning?
No.
You watched it though, right?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh my god!
Wow.
What?
Spoiler alert.
It wasn't. It was very early on. There's literally no spoilers.
The first episode.
There's no spoilers.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I feel like a fool. Anyways, first season
I might remember
was
that.
good.
I think I did see the first episode.
Okay. First season was good, and then the second season was not as good, and then it just like
got weird, huh?
it just wasn't good anymore. Yeah.
Do you think it maybe
did
just
too
like a little
much.
bit of like the fame got to him? Like we weren't expecting this to be big, and now it's so big.
I mean, I would assume that any show like plans to be big to some extent.
Yeah.
I think that they were just doing too much. You see the first season, you're like, this could be something. This is interesting. It's not just another superhero kind of thing. It's like these stories are interesting. There's a lot of intrigue and the villains of, and there's layers to it.
Yeah.
And then I think they just got too weird with it. They just kept doing too many twists and now this thing is happening and then they're blah and now we have this and I think they just got to be doing too much that it became a little convoluted and it wasn't fun anymore.
Doing too much. Okay.
You doing too you just be doing too and they did too much too quick.
Yeah, like Lost kind of.
I haven't seen Lost,
Me
but
neither.
probably.
That's what I hear.
You know what? I agree. But I mean otherwise I'm lost.
Speaking of shows, you got yourself a new show there, didn't you?
Ooh, yes, I did.
Yeah.
So I want to say that you kind of underestimate how good it is to have a show.
Yeah.
Because I got some time on my hands and I'm just not really a show watcher. I watch movies, but then lately I just haven't found a movie I really want to watch. And then I have to be in the mood and it, it's not every comedy I'm super into. And then it can't be too dramatic because then I'll get depressed. Mm-hmm. So there has to be I have to be in the right mood.
Yes.
So I've been watching The Blacklist. And I don't think I was ever I knew people were obsessed with it, and we just found out
that list is so black.
Yeah. It's great. Oh, wait. No, you go. I'll wait. You have any other little... No, you go.
It was funny when I did it yesterday.
Yeah. No, that's not what you said yesterday. That wasn't it. I can't remember what it was. It was like something about the list not getting any blacker. Yeah. I can't remember what it was. But you can't just be saying it.
This week, the list is even blacker.
Yeah, well, it's not fun anymore. It's ruined.
Yeah.
It's ruined.
It wasn't even about race.
Just burp into the mic again and it'll be tone. Okay. It was about tone, yeah. Anyways, so there's shows like that, and it's on its 10th season, and it's about to air next month. So,
wow, you got to catch up.
Yeah, I know. I'm still in season 1. So I watched Criminal Minds. So I do like true crime shows.
Criminal Minds.
I watched Alias for a bit. I just don't be watching shows all like that. And but it's nice to have one. And so I just got into it. I will say, first off, James Spader, what a delight. He is charismatic. He pulls you in. Mm-hmm. You need to learn how to do his voice because that voice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
I knew him from the villain in Pretty in Pink and the villain in Mannequin.
P&P.
2 villains in 2 of my favorite movies.
I knew her from Stargate.
You knew it from, but you just recently watched Stargate.
Well, I saw Stargate before.
Before?
Yeah.
The movie?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, in like 2016.
Okay, what about before that? Before that, did you not? You saw him in The Office, probably.
I saw, yeah.
So that's how you originally knew him.
Well, come on.
I just wish you wouldn't lie to it.
I gotta be different.
Okay, well, you're not.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I am. Thank you.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm probably not that different. But anyways, so it has been fun. It's been my new show. It's intriguing enough in that a true crime show, but I don't think it's necessarily, and sorry for any like huge Blacklister fans, I don't think it's anything crazy different from all of the other million.
It's kind of just a cop show, I think, really.
It is very cop-like
but with
show.
James Spader.
But with James Spader, and that's the big pull. My thing is, you get to see the cop look for the bad guys, and then you get the B line kind of narrative. It's not B line. What is it? The different storylines, the B storyline and the C storyline and all that. But it's
plot.
Plot, yes. I think storyline is where I was going for, but it's all,
Okay.
that's also true. In any case, I like it because you're also, James Spader is not the good guy, but you're still rooting for him.
Yeah.
Cause it's like,
cool.
the show is like, he's garbage. And we're like, yeah, but like, he is cool. He's cool.
Would you get with James Spader?
Now?
Just during the course of this show, maybe?
I wouldn't. I don't think I ever would.
Yeah.
Because he's really charming, charismatic, but I have zero attraction to him. Yeah. Like, I don't find him attractive at all.
He's not a good looking guy.
Not even, he's just, and he plays a good skeevy character. Yeah. And every movie that I've really enjoyed, again, the two that I'm talking about, one, he was kind of like the cool, popular asshole dude. The other one, he's this like manager of a failing department store who's like a nerd, and he's like, I'll show it to you. It's very good.
There was a scene where one of the women on the show on Blacklist says to Spader, he's like, "You always didn't wear the hell out of a tuxedo." And I'm just like, did he?
Did he though?
He's fine. He looks like a guy. He looks like a fucking, public university English professor wearing a tuxedo.
He looks like it. No, for sure. Or philosophy, because he's pretentious as fuck.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Have we ever, he kind of he's a speak and riddle type of dude.
Yeah.
That's, and because his voice is so, and just his mannerisms. Yeah. Adam pointed out that he does this head shake thing.
Yeah. He kind of takes me out of it a little bit because he does the thing with the
bopping. What you said is he Spaders too much.
He purses his lips and then he does this like nodding thing to it, almost to himself, like what I said was right.
Parkinson's, and we don't know yet. It's probably undiagnosed.
Yeah. It's coming.
But I will say this. I don't find him attractive. But I can see him being very alluring. Like, I don't think I would have sex with him, but I think he could convince me to do things. I think he could easily convince me to do something I wouldn't do normally, and not sexually.
Yeah.
Like, I'd say, like, I would never rob a bank. And I think he gets like 20 minutes alone with me. Yeah. I'd say, all right, do we have everything ready? When do I go in? Am I driving? Am I going in there? Yeah. I'm ready to go. He's convinced me. I'm sold now.
Yeah. Or read like a transcendentalist philosophy book.
Yeah. Or something maybe lower stakes. Maybe not something as extreme as robbing a bank. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I never thought I'd read Hobbes before, but Spader's really talked me into it, so here I am.
Man, Spader's making some good arguments about reading Hobbes right now.
Yeah.
So he's intriguing.
So are you going to finish the series, or are you going to watch all 10 seasons?
I think I'm going to do my best.
Yeah. Those are hefty, because that's a network show, 26 episodes season.
So I think I'm on 20. I think I'm on episode 20, season 1.
And they're 45 minutes.
Yes.
I mean, we still got to get through Star Trek Voyager.
Yeah, but we'll be watching that. That Star Trek is what we're going to watch. Star Trek till we die. We're just going to keep watching Star Trek until inevitably one of us dies.
It's going to be me.
Which will probably be me first, but we'll see. And I feel like when it comes to shows, I am, and I don't know if anyone else is like this, but I am very likely to just walk away and not finish it. Many a time I've watched a couple episodes, binged it, done something for a couple days, and then never watched it again. Unless it's short, unless it's like a 1 seasoner or 2 seasoner type thing that I can get through. If I get away from it, I can never watch. I can just Glee. I walked away from that. I don't know what happens in that show.
I've heard enough singing.
Oh, Queen. Well, that wasn't that long. Queen's Gambit. I almost finished, and then I did something and I forgot. Anyway, I know, right? So I guess I lied to you, but I didn't finish it because not that I didn't like it.
We didn't finish Halo either.
We didn't finish Halo.
We only had one more episode.
It's easy for me to walk away from a show. It's easy for me to end a movie. We're gonna die at one point. If I don't want to watch it, then I'm up.
I don't think we share that quality.
Yeah, we don't. Many people don't.
I don't care. Like, even if it's a book I don't want to read, it's like, I don't care if I'm just skimming and I'm barely paying attention. Like, I'm quote unquote reading that whole
I think
book.
You're in the majority of that.
Yeah.
In finishing. Just completing it.
Because then it's my trophy.
Right. Oh, you get a little treat. You get a little treat for it.
Mm-hmm. I become a valuable member of society because I read a book.
Right. Well, books are a little different, but
speaking of bringing value to actually, let me say something. Where did we get this? Where did we get this little table here?
Oh, I think
where
that
is
this isn't it's a little charcuterie board, I believe.
Oh, is it?
It's not, I don't think it is.
It looks like someone just took like a slice of wood out of a tree.
It's not real,
like
first
a vertical
off. It's
slice?
definitely fake.
Oh, really?
If you feel it, that does not feel
well,
like
I was
real
wondering,
wood,
like, how did they find the perfect oval shaped tree?
Well, you gotta cut it that way, don't you?
Take that sliver out of, you know?
Don't you gotta, I don't know how they constructed it. I'm no woodsman.
Yeah.
I'm no carpenter.
No, you're right.
Yeah, I don't know where, I think it's, I didn't buy it. I think I took it from a friend. I think it was one of those, do you want this? And I was like, yeah, I'll take it. You know?
That looks like it belongs in a house where like all the walls are also like the fake wood paneling.
Oh,
you know, where it's like the slotted.
I disagree.
Like 1/4 of my mom's house, you know?
Yeah, I disagree. I think it's a little, I'm looking at it like gray walls. Mm-hmm. They make it look very chic. You can make that look very chic. I cannot personally, because I'm just not a good chicer looker.
It's like 70s chic, I think.
I don't think so.
No,
this is pretty. People like fake wood looking stuff. I wouldn't say
like
it's 70s.
It's offending me, actually. The more I look at it, more I'm like, I fucking hate it.
Sorry. Well, in that case, I will get 5 more of them and put them around the home. Okay. Around our home, and hide them in places. You'll be taking a little shower and you'll move your soap and it's a little itty bitty mini one.
Yeah.
Hiding behind.
Oh, and it's like, it's small. Like the soap is on top of it. It's
cute. Yeah, but it's cute.
Well, I don't use bar soap. Joke's on you.
Like, Adam, what are you saying? You're just talking to yourself in the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm debating whether or not we bring up the fucking hole in our ceiling.
Oh my God.
I kind of want to. I think you need it. I think it would be very cathartic.
Yeah.
If we really just
I don't know.
What do you say? If we really just drag our property management company out, you know, under the bus, through the mud. Do it.
Oh my God. I am perturbed, to say the least. I'm a very patient person. I'm pretty tolerant, I think, for most. And you know, I get things happen, and
so tolerant.
It's not in everything, but when it comes to fixing things, I feel like I try to be good about understanding things take time and whatever.
Yeah.
So we've had in the bathroom, in the ceiling, this started almost 2 years ago. Maybe it's been 2 years.
2 years ago.
A slight leak in the bathroom ceiling. And since then, it has been a back and forth. Someone looks at it. Oh, we got to go upstairs. They go upstairs. Yeah. Oh, we don't know where it's coming from. Say, if it, tell us if it continues. It continues.
Yeah.
No one follows up. I have to reach back. I mean, it's back and forth months and months and months.
Nightmare.
And then eventually,
one of the worst experiences of all time.
It's just been crazy. It's honestly been. I honestly would deal with it if the leak were more infrequent at this point.
Yeah, it's just enough to piss you off.
It's just enough to piss you off. Because if it was like once a month, it's like, oh, it's happening.
Yeah.
But now it's happening more regularly.
Yeah.
And it's a little hard to ignore. So
it's a leak in our bathroom ceiling.
So
we live in an apartment building. There's people above us.
Right.
When they shower, something leaking.
We don't know where. And people have looked at it. I don't know what they've done. Not that hard. I don't know.
They're
all very nice. They're all very nice.
Yeah. I mean, how many, we could count on one hand the number of times someone has just been like, yeah, it's the upstairs. They're keeping
the shower
lining is out of the tub.
No, that's not what it is.
It's like, you have cut a hole in my ceiling twice now.
I
what
know.
Are you talking about?
What is it? And they'll go up and it's like, then they don't have keys to anything, which is like fine. Yeah. But then the way we schedule things, there's no communication. Yeah. I mean, absolutely no communication.
Yeah.
It's just dripping, and then there's a hole. And
they're like, hey, are you free for us to come today? And they're like, no, I'm not.
And they're like, we're here now.
All right, well, we're in the parking lot.
So, I mean, they used to like call in advance. Before, when I would schedule, there'd be confirmation. And then even after that, they'd call and say, hey, we're on our way. Cool, perf. And now here's when it's happening. And then the time frame will be, 10 to 2 and then they'll show up at 9:30. And I'm like, well, that's not, you just told me. So it's infuriating and it has given me, I've kind of spiraled out of control on multiple occasions because of it. It's not good for my mental health. I am very anxious about it to the point of like, I don't know. I just can't, I can't trust if I don't put in, like if I put in a work order that someone's just going to show up at any moment. It's just crazy because it's costing them money. The property management company pays them to come out and look at stuff.
Yeah.
Why would you just be sending people? I don't understand.
Laziness.
That is it worth, like, I feel like money's the bottom line. Why would you want to spend money where you don't need to?
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line is the cash dollars, baby.
Yeah.
And why would you want to waste people's time and money? They came here one time and I wasn't home and they didn't confirm. You know?
Yeah. It's awful.
I don't know what else to say. I don't want to make it all about this freaking bathroom leak, but it sucks.
Yeah, it's not great.
What do you think?
Oh, it's death. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's enough opinion from you. This guy never shuts up. Am I right?
If only we could hear from something that, knew the truth and the light and had, was just always right all the time. Maybe one day AI will come and save us from our plumbing blunders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. You're on this Chat GPT stuff, aren't you?
Yes, are you on the Chat GPT?
Yeah.
Are you Chat GPT?
I made it write me a 5-minute stand-up routine.
Oh, and it was not good.
It was on par with my other stuff.
You needed it was similar. It was a similar vein. You need to give it more deets. Yeah, I'm very pro Chat GPT. I'd help me write cover letter and an email, and it's a good like template to expand on or take bits and pieces from, and
absolutely
just wording. I feel like when
you're
I'm writing
all
something,
so it's ironic to me for someone who's very anti-technology and they're getting my data and China and all this stuff.
Okay, first off,
Second Amendment rights,
that is it's not who I am.
But it is surprising that you're like,
Terminator.
Oh, they can just write my whole LinkedIn profile, done.
Yeah, well, that's a little bit of an exaggeration. It is a good tool because I just feel as though when I'm writing things, I think a lot of it is just how do I reword this thing? How many other synonyms can I find for, excited or skillful or something? Yeah,
that makes sense.
And it becomes a little repetitive, so it's just rewording. I mean, I am an excellent writer.
Yeah.
I was going to use another word, writer, to show how intelligent I was, and I couldn't think of lyricist, but that means
author.
I'm writing. No, that wasn't it. We cannot, we all wordsmith. That's good. See, that's what I wanted. That's the reaction that I wanted, but I didn't get it because I forgot the word. So it's helpful. It's a good tool, but I am scared of AI. Because of Terminator and other movies and like that. What do you, it doesn't scare you at all?
No, I embrace it. Even though, it's probably going to put like 90% of like content writers out of business.
Yeah.
But they don't really make that much anyway.
Yeah.
Content writers don't make a lot of money.
I'm not super surprised.
Like people, like video game journalists, like, excuse me.
Get your life right.
Like they're making like, I don't know, 5 cents a word or something. Like it's not a lot. I think like the ones like even living in like California, like they're barely cracking like 40 grand a year.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a lot of money.
That's crazy. That's it?
Yeah, it's not much. Yeah.
I'm going to ask you again. Look at me. Is that it? Is that it?
I lied. It's more.
You're kidding.
Yeah, I am kidding.
I got you.
Yeah.
You almost had me.
So,
that's crazy, though. I did not know that. That's nothing.
I wonder what AI. I bet, you know what? I'm sorry, but I'm sorry for people who do this, but I wonder if AI could like replace substitute teachers.
You need to drink some of your water because it is
really
distracting.
Scratching. Yeah, what's going on with me?
You need to just get your throat all hydrated and slippery. Yeah, no, I agree. I don't know. I think that if we had I think that would be helpful because I'm sure the substitute teacher, I don't know what the market is like. I don't know what the availability is for subs, but
yeah,
I remember from my school experience, it was like you just get a random adult human in there sometimes. And you just, what were you guys doing? Okay, they don't know. They just need someone in there.
Yeah.
So they're just really, it's hard to get someone, and that would make sense to me just to have like a random.
Good morning, children.
Ooh.
Today we're watching Elf.
Yay!
Actually, no, we're actually watching the
Electronic
Sandlot.
Lights.
Is that what's called?
Fusion.
Sandlot?
What?
Sandlot? That's the movie, right?
Oh yeah, the Sandlot.
Isn't that what it's called?
Yeah, I don't know what you're thinking about.
I never saw that movie.
But it is a movie. Yeah, the movie's fucking tight.
Is it?
There is a robot in that movie, kind of.
No way.
Well, they do a little robot-like thing to get the Babe Ruth baseball out because it goes into the scary dog side.
And that was probably driven by AI also.
It was a little, robot-like thing from the 50s.
Did they control him or did it do it on its own?
No, it was in the 50s. They had like a little the smart nerd kid created some robot thing to extended the arm. And then,
oh, the movie took place in the 50s?
He did.
No way. But he had a remote control.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
The robot, he wasn't just like, robot, go get it. And
no,
that's okay.
That's what I'm telling you.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Not AI.
Okay. Well, but isn't that where it starts? It's not artificial.
That's
artificial.
It's not intelligent.
Well, it's intelligent enough to get that fucking baseball.
Speaking of intelligent,
sorry.
I'm going to ask ChatGPT if we're the best podcast.
Yeah, definitely do that. ChatGPT is about to come for us right now. We are going to feel like fools. I'm nervous. Oh, it's over here. I was looking to see where you were typing it. Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see who don't.
Oh my God.
That you are out of control. Is there something in your throat? That Harry Carey impression probably just messed you up. You're using those vocal cords and it did you dirty.
Okay, I said if is just a couple of thoughts the greatest podcast of all time. I'm sorry, I cannot provide an opinion on whether just a couple of thoughts is the greatest podcast of all time, as it is subjective. The title of the greatest podcast of all time is a matter of personal opinion and depends on individual tastes and preferences.
That makes sense. I agree with that.
Come on, GPT, give it up. I apologize. As an language model AI, I do not have personal opinions, tastes, or preferences. My function is to provide information and answer questions based on. Okay. Do you know about my podcast? Ooh. Oh. He left me on red.
Oh, he's thinking about it. Yeah. I was going to tell you to ask him, what do you like, robot podcasts?
Yeah.
Do you like AI podcasts? Just get to know it,
Yeah. I'll have to upload all of our podcasts to it and see. That would be kind of cool, right?
Yeah. What if it's really very critical?
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, what is it? Can you do that? Can you upload it?
I would have to. I don't know how.
Okay, all right.
I'd have to figure that out, but
to the mainframe.
Yeah, mainframe.
Yep. All right. What are you about to say?
What if I uploaded all of our podcasts to an AI and was like, all right, now generate topics for future episodes.
Yes.
Based on what we have spoken about.
Also,
in the past.
audience, listeners, if you want us to talk about some stuff, please put in the comments.
Yeah.
Send us a letter. Tell us. We're down to chat about some stuff.
Speaking of which, I've actually got some reader mail.
Wait, do you really?
Yeah, I've prepared it. Yeah, you want to hear some?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Is it reader mail time?
Bleed down. Wow. Okay, so the most recent one that we got was from Hosea Sardine.
Is Hosea okay with us saying their name?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so because Hosea did not send an email using their own name in the email address. Completely different name.
Got it.
Probably spoofed.
I don't know. I'm going to proceed like it's not.
And I think they were just shy because they didn't actually ask us anything. They just sent an email into the form. So, you know, we
shy.
Next email.
It was, wait, the email we got was another email.
What?
The email we got was just an email?
No, yeah, it was just blank. They
okay. Yeah, okay. Right. They were shy. That makes sense. Yep, sure.
Next up, from Jessica Fappet. Do you work out?
Jessica.
Well, do we have an answer for you?
Oh,
Miss Fappet.
Do we ever? Jessica, Jesse. We're swole. We're swole AF.
Mm-hmm.
When do we not work out? We work in and we work out. Yeah. Okay, we work in and we work out.
Yeah.
Do we work out?
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course we do.
Jessica.
Yeah, you're crazy.
Jessica. Of course we do.
Every day we work out.
Of course we do, Jessica.
I do work out, actually.
Yeah,
I'm going to work out on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm going to work out with you.
I'm going to pump some iron.
You pump some iron.
Yeah.
Yep, good question. Good question.
This is actually a real one, so I wonder if someone actually wrote this into us. Fluff McGruff.
Okay.
Says, I want to know more about you and Alice, about how you and Allison met and what your early relationship was like.
Oh my God.
Wow.
We have a legitimate question. I'm a little embarrassed.
The first two were obviously spam.
I'm like whatever Huero's was the first email. I'm shy.
Yeah. Well, should we answer that? You
talk
want to
about our love
question?
story? Yeah, let's do it. The fans want to know. Well, we met. No, you go. Okay. You go.
Well, we met the way all millennials meet on Tinder.
That's right.
Which I don't know. I haven't been on the game in a while. It sounds like everyone's on the other apps, like Bumble. Hinge and Bumble. And
I think they're just getting more popular. I feel like it was the Tinder had the whole, it had the dating game on lock, and then Bumble and Hinge and stuff came up. So, but I think it's evening out. Yeah. I think they're getting more popular.
Yeah, I think so too. But I'm just saying, like, I think Tinder is it's kind of, from what I hear, it's like that's where all the gutter trash is.
Oh, so it's getting even more trashy.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like top of the line when we were on it necessarily.
It's like Tinder is like, can I get some Black and Milds?
Got it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's trash.
Sure. Black and Milds are not trash. They're a tasty treat sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Tinder.
I did meet her on Tinder. No, I like Black and Milds too.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
And honestly, and it was during the pandemic.
Yes.
It's 2020, height of the pandy.
My dad just died.
I killed him. No.
Did you?
No. And what was I going to say? Oh, well, we didn't even meet up.
No.
For at least the first couple of we FaceTimed.
Weeks. Yeah.
Like 3 or 4 times.
If I was going to risk my safety, I had to make sure that it was worth it.
Yep. And we even got tested.
Yeah.
Right?
That's correct.
Got to make sure it's clean.
Got to be clean about it, baby boo.
I was like, I can't have sex with any girl unless I know that they're safe.
Or what was that? Is that the lying police? Yes. You can arrest him.
Yeah. I try to be as ethical as possible.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Because if I don't know, then that's a violation of my consent.
Right.
It's unknowing consent.
Yes.
And then what, the fourth, maybe after the third or fourth time we FaceTime, we finally.
Yeah, it was a little, I mean, obviously we were texting for a while.
Yeah.
Adam, first thing he said to me was like, tell me if this tweet is funny. And I'm like, here's a paragraph as to why it could be better.
Yeah. And I took it very humbly.
Yeah. You were like, titties. And I was like, okay, I just gave you a well
I just said women aren't funny.
Yeah.
And you're like, I can't disagree with that.
You're like, he's so smart. No, it was funny because as I think any woman who has been on a dating app and hears this knows, is that it is so exhausting on dating apps. It's just it's really the conversations. And on both, like, you know, like it's all bad.
Yeah.
Anyways, so
the goal is just to fuck around and have fun. That's really all it should be. It's just like,
don't take it too.
Just have a fun time.
What it should be. I looked at it as, you know, I think you obviously don't take it too seriously in saying that like it's all the end of the world, but I did go in with a purpose to say, hey, I'm going to see what's going on, but if I even when Adam and I found each other, if I even a little bit wasn't feeling it, bye. Unmatch, block, bye immediately. But Adam was intriguing because he can actually hold a conversation, which is sad. Legitimately so sad. Yeah.
But that's the bar.
It's the bar. Not only you can hold a conversation, you're asking me about me. Yeah. You're calling back to previous things I said, like you were listening. What's that? What's that?
You're asking me Suspicious. How I'm feeling as I mourn my father.
As I mourn the death of my father?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was fun. We were talking and I'm like, oh, my dad died. And you were like, my dad's dead. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that's probably what did it.
That's what it was.
But God, his dad's dead too.
Did we answer the question? Tinder, and we chatted, and then we met up. And
what was our early relationship? A lot more hiking than now.
A lot more hiking. Yeah, we were out in nature. Well, it was, you know, it was the pandemic, so there wasn't really a whole lot to do.
That's true.
Besides hiking, and you know, it's interesting. Our first date, the first time we met face to face, it was the longest date I've ever been on.
Yeah,
it was. Very
it's a good sign, fellas.
It was a long
when
date.
It's long.
Yeah, that's right. It was great. I mean,
it was like
kind of.
It was like 36 hours.
Yeah, it was really long. Yeah. It was drinks and then breakfast and then dinner and then He-Man. I made him watch He-Man, Master of the Universe. Everyone should watch that film. It's a delight.
And then I mastered her universe.
Okay, we're gonna shut this down. We're shutting it down. Asking a perfectly lovely question. So yeah, I feel like it's important that people talk about when they meet on dating apps, because I think that. But despite the fact that 20 bajillion million people are on dating apps, we're still embarrassed about it. You know?
I know. It's cool.
It's fine. Just do it. It's so hard to meet people, you know, friendships, relationships. It's so tough. Yeah. I mean, dating apps are just hopefully a safe streamline to saying, hey, I'm single, you're single, let's talk. Or I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that. It's just hard. It's hard connecting with people, and it's just an easy way to get to people.
Not only I'd say technologically it's easier than it's ever been, but it's really, I think what makes dating difficult is just like the barriers that we put up ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, like feeling like we, you know, either protecting ourselves too much or doing the exact opposite and not looking out for our well-being.
Yeah.
You know, and just trying to be a fake human being that you think people will like.
Sure, absolutely.
99% of the time just makes it not 20 times worse.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. You're exhausted. You're not being you. You're resentful the person doesn't love you for you.
Right. And then, you know, it's not all men. You know, it's you know, it's like saying? You know, like not all men, you know, it's like incel-y, you know, like
got it. Yes.
Well, fuck you.
Oh yeah, I'm a nice guy.
It's okay, Billy. I know you're saying fuck you to yourself. I get it. You hate yourself. It's fine.
No, man.
Just love yourself and it won't be an issue.
No, get off me. That's you trying to console Billy.
Yeah.
As a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree.
For a second.
I'm sorry?
And he's like weirdly into it.
Yeah. He's like, but fine. This is what I want all along.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's absolutely what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I tell people, it took me I don't know if I've mentioned this on the podcast before. It took me so many years to be okay with being single. And I think it's so much better to like know what you're worth and be single and happy than put yourself in a relationship because you're afraid of being alone. Because it is
absolutely
a million times worse when you're in a relationship and unhappy than being single and, you know, your time is your own. You're able to explore and do things and figure it out. I mean, I just had time to figure it out, even if I was sad about not being in a relationship because we value that so much in our society. But yeah,
I think being alone and happy is so much better.
Yes.
Than being with someone that you don't like.
Absolutely.
Or someone who makes your life harder.
Yes.
You know, because once you find happiness for yourself, like you're gonna find the right person. It's just gonna. I mean, I know it sounds ridiculous, but it will just happen, or it won't, and you're still happy, and that's fine too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Either way, like accept yourself, and you're gonna be just fine.
I would say that I like to say it's, you know, all part of, it sounds so annoying, but the journey, right?
Yeah.
Like you and I have talked about this. If we met earlier, it probably wouldn't have worked out. And I think I needed the years.
Because you were doing hard heroin.
I was really on the heroin, you guys.
Yeah.
I was on hard. I was a party girl.
Yeah.
Ugh. I'm like, a little heroin. You're like, that's not, we're doing like ecstasy. And I'm like, heroin.
Yeah. Ever heard of Ray Charles?
What? Yeah, I needed that time to just be doing my thing and being single, but it doesn't feel like that when you're in the moment. You feel alone, you feel rejected, you don't feel worthy, whatever. But I think when you can just accept, I'm not even going to say you have to completely love yourself to find, like no one's ever going to completely accept themselves at all times. But the issue is when you're codependent and you feel like in order to be happy, you need someone. That's the only way. That's when the issues arise and you have those unhealthy relationships. If you're attaching your partner to your happiness in that way, they should be an adding to your life, not a way to sustain you, you know?
Yes, exactly.
It should be, oh, I'm great. Oh my God, but you do make it better.
Yeah.
Not like it would be shitty if you weren't here.
Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah, so
I think we nailed that. Was that too long of an answer?
We are so in love.
We are in love.
And it's because we love ourselves.
Yes.
First.
Yes. And we're aware of, you know, what we need to work on, and we communicate with each other and how we
respect each other's boundaries.
Exactly. Unlike fucking Abby's mom.
Yeah, like fried rice, bitch.
Like FB.
Yeah, sit down and eat your fucking chow mein and shut up.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, what are you going to
do? What are you going to do? Be nicer. I don't know.
Respect people's boundaries. This is a perfect way to end any conversation. What are you going to do?
Anyways.
Yeah. So, before we get out of here, I just want to mention the tattoo thing because we didn't really get into it before.
Oh, my God. Well, see, also, can I just say, Adam does not let me talk about subjects sometimes because he's like, wait for the pod. And then this shit happens and because I'm a verbose kind of girl. I'm a verbose hoe. Yeah. So I be talking.
Do you want to ask me a question?
Yeah. I want to know what happened with your mom's tattoo.
So my mom called
Tell the listener.
My mom called at like 8:30 tonight. And for her birthday, we got her a gift certificate to a tattoo parlor because she's 17 at heart, you know.
That's right.
And she's like, I'm going to get me a tattoo of a butterfly on my shoulder. And I'm like, all right, cool. I support that. But she told us where she wanted to get it. I'm like, all right, you know, they're doing this deal, you know, $50 gift certificate, we'll match it. Whatever you spend, we'll match double that. So $50 gift card, you get $100, you know, at the tattoo parlor. And so she sent me the shop that was doing the promotion, and there's a tattoo parlor where she lives of that name, you know. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, cool, whatever, buy it, blah, you know, printed it out, birthday, here you go. Oh yeah, okay. So she calls me tonight. She's like, Adam, I messed up. I'm like, what? What's going on? She's like, me and my friend, I'm not going to give the friend's name. We was just at the tattoo parlor and they said that was the wrong location. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, there's another, we'll call it tattoos. We'll call it Ink Ditties.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah. There's another Ink Ditties over in Ohio somewhere. I don't know. And so I looked it up. Sure enough. So we, they got the gift certificate at the wrong tattoo parlor.
Wrong Ink Ditties.
At the wrong Ink Ditties. There's an Ink Ditties where she lives, and there's an Ink Ditties in Ohio.
Uh-huh.
And I even went back because I bought it over Messenger, which is already sus. And I looked at the gift certificate, PNG file they sent me.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, it said the address had Fredericksburg. Fredericks something. Fredericks Hill.
Okay.
Fredericksville. Doesn't matter.
Fredericksville. Okay.
Ohio.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit. And I just start laughing. She's like, quit. She loves saying whenever I give her a hard time. She's like, quit. And so she and her friend got these, like, they were gonna go to the tattoo parlor get a tattoo today, and they couldn't. Well, the friend ended up
she got something, I think.
She spent $300 on a tattoo.
So outside of the gift certificate.
So she just spent the money to get the tattoo.
Oh, okay.
And mom was like, fuck that shit, which I'm like, yeah, exactly.
No, for sure.
And so they're talking about what they want to do, and they called the tattoo parlor in Ohio, and they're like, yeah, we're a small operation, we can't really refund that. And
because they said it always on bills, they spent it on bills already.
Right.
Yeah.
And I get it. I mean, we bought it like a month and a half ago. Like,
I don't know.
It's fine.
Yeah, I feel like it was on Christmas.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it was around Christmas. Yeah,
oh,
it was
right.
around Christmas.
Yeah, because your mom, her birthday's
on New Year's. Yeah.
That's right.
And so, it's like, they're like, yeah, we can't really honor it. We would have maybe if you had caught it like the day of, but we've already spent that money. So
sure.
So I'm like, I get it. It's fine. And, so they're like, you can either sell it or, we'll get you guys both in and we'll honor it.
Right.
Of course they're going to honor it. They spent the
we'll
money.
honor the money that you've given us.
Yeah. But here's the catch. This place, it's 4 hours away. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. But listen to this.
Okay.
It's a little bit north of Columbus.
Okay.
So it's actually on the way to Cleveland.
Oh my God.
So I was telling Mom, like, well, next time we go to Cleveland, you can just come up and we'll, do a little side.
Well, we are going to go in
tour.
February, but
it's
too late.
But I mean, sometime.
Okay.
Sometime
Is she
down the
pulled
road.
away?
Yeah, I think she's going to plan it. If she doesn't go with us, she's going to plan a trip.
Oh yeah, with her girl.
Because what I think that's a cool story.
No, I love that.
Yeah,
it's not like it's in Colorado.
Yeah.
Ohio isn't far.
No.
I mean, it's since like the Ohio border from where we're at is like an hour 15.
Yeah.
Hour 15 or so.
Not bad.
So it's not far, but where obviously that's farther, but it's like it's a bordering state. It's not that deep.
No.
If you have a reliable car and gas money, you're good.
Yeah.
Reliable transportation and gas money, you're good. But that is funny because when I heard her talking about it in Ohio, I was kind of like, you can get there. Like I wasn't. Yeah. I was like, it's fine, and it is a fun little story because your mom, she can go.
She's like, quit laughing at me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bust your butt. Yeah, she's gonna ask you about that.
I just love that she answered the phone. You picked up on it. She was just like, I messed up.
It's so rare of you to admit a mistake. That's you really must have messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I tell you what. When I worked at Blockbuster, this fucking girl convinced me to drive 12 hours to go to New York City so that she could get, because last time she was there, she went to a tattoo parlor and the guy messed up her tattoo. And so now she's like, oh, I'm going to get him to fix it. And I'm like, are you out?
Is that why you went?
That was one of the reasons.
Because you spent like only a night there.
But I was there with a couple other friends.
Okay, that's what I thought.
We're like, oh, let's go see the ball drop. It's New Year's.
Oh my God.
And she's like, well, I want to go see this tattoo guy to fix my tattoo. And I'm like, he is so not going to fit. He has no idea who you are. He's not going to fit.
You don't matter.
Are you out of your mind?
Yeah.
I came all the way back from Louisville to New York. Well, we were in Cincinnati at the time, but whatever. To New York to fix me your tattoo? What?
Were you interested in this young lady?
Not really. She was kind of cute, but she was really obsessed with Jared Leto and.
Ooh, red flag.
Yeah.
Oh my God, is she the one who stalked Jared Leto?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. So that was a nightmare. But my point is, people do crazy shit for tattoos.
Yeah.
So I don't think driving 4 hours to outside of Columbus is that big a deal.
And as you say, it's a fun story because you can talk. Because all of my tattoos are a story.
Yeah.
I can look at something, and even if I look at a tattoo, and I'm like, ugh, like they're all a story. They're all part of my life. Whatever, I can,
Yeah.
talk about that.
If only my mom still had her trike that she inherited from her second marriage. I
would love that. I just see her on that trike right now.
Hey, she wouldn't fall. She wouldn't tip.
She is sturdy on that trike.
I sure am safe on this thing.
Secure.
Y'all need snacks? I got plenty of storage space in here.
When I see like big grown men riding on a trike and they're like, I'll fucking kick someone's ass. I'm like, no, you don't. I'm sorry.
Harley Davidson. Tricycle.
There's no way.
Motor trickle.
Yeah.
What do they call those even?
I don't know.
I know.
I'll ask my friend.
Yeah. You got a friend in the biz, don't you?
I got a friend in the biz. I'll ask her. Yeah.
All right, well, I think we did it, huh?
We did it.
That's great.
Thanks for your fan mail, you guys.
We'll read more spam next week.
That's right. Bye.
Email in, mail@jcodstudios.com.